Good morning. Today we are going to do CANLI et al. It's one of the 12 case studies from Psychology A Levels 9990, and it's about the brain scans and emotions. This is like the title of the study. So let's go to the background. So we have here two types. There are two types of scans that you need to know the meaning of. What are these? You can see the two pictures. One is the functional scans, above one, and one is structural scans. You can see the difference. One shows the activity levels, and the other shows only the detailed picture. So let's just go through a little bit of background of the study. So Labar and Phillips 1998 suggested that emotional arousal aids to process of memory consolidation. And then 1 year later, CANLI et al. Found that strong amygdala activation resulted in improved memorization of causing stimuli. And next, this is the amygdala. So just for the visuals, I posted this picture. Let's see what's coming next. So the aim of the study. It's important to know the aim. So here the aim of the study was to know that find out that whether emotive image will be better remembered than images that are less emotive. And so the amygdala is sensitive to varying levels of emotional intensity to external stimuli, or whether the level of emotional intensity would enhance the memory of the stimuli. So this was the aim of the study. There are three aims, if you can see. Next is the research method. It was a lab experiment. There were repeated measures designed, and the sample was of the 10 healthy right-handed women. So yes, and the IV, which was independent variable, which is the level of arousal of each picture shown. The V is the fMRI measure of amygdala activation. So later in the study, you will know everything in detail. So there were 96 scenes and 11 frames were captured for each scene. So the frames are of the brain scans. And the second independent variable was the memory of the scene after 3 weeks. You will slowly understand this in the next slides. What was the procedure? The procedure was that the department reviewed 96 scenes presented to them while they were in an fMRI scanner. So there are multiple things that you'll come to the mind that, okay, so there's a lack of ecological validity. No one lives or is always in the fMRI scanner. So yeah, so all the 96 scenes were from the International Effective Picture System stimuli set, and the order of the scene was randomized. So each picture was presented for 2.88 seconds, and there were an interval of 12.96 seconds, where they viewed a fixation cross. So the participant had to indicate their emotional arousal by pressing a button from 4 buttons, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, from from decreasing to increasing. So the number increases, so the intensity also increases. So to measure activity in the brain, fMRI data was collected by a 1.5 Tesla fMRI. And 3 weeks later, the women were called. It was an unexpected recognition test, so they never knew that there was any other, thing to do after 3 weeks. So they had to view the 96 scenes again, but there were 48 new pictures, which is called 48 foils. They're newly added pictures. And the foils were selected to match previous scenes' valence rating. So there was nothing new except for these, but they had the same valence rating as the ones they were placed with. So the participants were asked to judge whether they had remembered it, felt it was familiar, or forgotten it. So they had to tell that. And now you will know the results. The results were pretty much known to the psychologist. So here is the correlation between participant intensity rating and valence, which is minus 0.66. Okay, you can read these because it's going to take a lot of time that I'm going to read it out to you. So you can just quickly read it. You can pause the video. Okay, so the degree of the left amygdala activation predicted the subsequent memory. This line should be, memorized. So the next is the conclusions of the study. So the conclusions were that the more emotionally intense an image is, the more likely it will be remembered. So the activity in the left amygdala during encoding is predictive of subsequent memory. So the next thing is the strengths and weaknesses. So pause the video, read these, and you will understand it more effectively, because these are all the things over here, strengths and weaknesses, are pretty much when you're reading the case study. If you have done the research method chapter in the psychology A levels, then you will probably be reading the case study and would have pointed out yourself during the reading of the case study. So the ethical issues of the study was that participants gave informed consent. Individuals operating the fMRI scanner were trained and competent in safety arrangements of the medical scans. So yes, this is all. And okay, individual and situational explanation was that our tendency to cry at sad films indicate that situational factors matter in our expression of emotions. Although individual factors are present here too, not everyone cries at the same film. So this is it, but there is nature versus nurture as well. So biological processes underlying emotions are a product of the brain and hormones. However, there are differences between individuals and emotional responses. Differences can be due to hormone levels of experiences. So here comes to the end of the study. The next study would be Dementon-Kleitman, which would be about sleep and dreams. So check out the next case study. The video will be uploaded soon. Thank you so much.